Hey peeps, it's Suzette from Disrupt Tutoring, and as always, it's such a pleasure to join you. Today we're going to deal with an AP Maths question on complex numbers. In this question, we are given two complex numbers, P and N. P is 3 minus 4i, N is 2 plus 5i, and we need to find the value of the following. So for question A, we have 4 times P minus 5 times N. So now we're going to distribute into our brackets. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times minus 4 is minus 16 times I. Minus 5 times 2. Minus 5 times 5 is 25i. Then we add like terms. In other words, we're actually adding the real and the imaginary parts. And our answer must always have a real and an imaginary part. So it's always got to split it into two terms. B, we are squaring P minus the square of N all over P minus N. So P minus N. So now when we multiply out our binomials, we're going to get 9 minus 24i plus 16i squared minus 4 plus 20i plus 25i squared all over 3 minus 4i minus 2 minus 5i. Now we're going to collect like terms. 9 minus 24i. I squared is minus 1, so that's minus 16. Minus 4 minus 20i. Now we've got to be careful here because I squared is minus 1. So that's minus 25 times minus 4, which is going to give us, times minus 1, which is going to give us plus 25, all over 3 minus 2, which is 1, minus 9i. Okay, we're still collecting like terms. Okay, so we have 9 minus 16 minus 4 plus 25. It's going to give us 14 minus 44i all over 1 minus 9i. But now we're not finished once we've done that because we can't leave our answer with a complex number in our denominator. We have to rationalize the denominator. So we multiply by the conjugate. In other words, we change the sign of the imaginary part. Then we've got to multiply out again. So 14 times 1 is 14. 14 times 9. I need my calculator for that one. 14 times 9. It's going to give me 126i minus the 44i minus 44 times 9, which is 396. Oh, and I forgot about my I squared. I squared. And then 1 minus 9i squared. Now if we collect like terms again, so 14, got 126 minus 44i, so that is 82i plus 396 all over 1 plus 9. And then again, we're still adding like terms. 14 plus 396, 410. So 410 plus 82i, and we must split it over our denominator of 10. We could simplify a little bit. That's going to give us 41 plus 82 over 10 simplifies to 41 I over 5. And we always write it with a real and an imaginary part as two separate terms. Okay, so that was A and B. Let's look at C. So now C just wants us to look at the real part of this product. So the real part of 3 minus 4I times by, and this little star here, that means the conjugate. The conjugate is the same complex number except with the sign of the imaginary part changed. That's the pair, the conjugate pair. Then we're going to multiply out. We still haven't only looked at the real part. We have to first get a new complex number. So that's going to give us 6 minus 15I minus 8I plus 20I squared, which is going to give us 6 minus 20, because I squared is minus 1. That's minus 14 minus 23I. And now we can extract the real part of this, and the real part is the part free of I. So the answer is minus 14. But you first have to create the new complex number from your calculation. Okay, then in D, we are looking for the imaginary part of this quotient. Now, as soon as we're doing a quotient, we have to make sure that we have a denominator that is rational. So if we look at D, we're looking at the imaginary part of 4 times P over 3 times N. And that gives us the imaginary part of 12 minus 16I over 6 plus 15I. Okay, now we have to get rid of this complex denominator. So we are going to have to multiply by the conjugate, which is 6 minus 15I, and top and bottom, because then we're just multiplying by 1. And we're still looking for the imaginary part of this answer. So when we multiply this out, we get 72 minus 180I minus 96I plus 240I squared all over 36 minus 225I squared. Remember, I squared is minus 1. We're working with that all the time with a complex number. So the imaginary part, we're adding up 72 minus 240 is minus 168, minus 180 minus 96 is going to give us 84. No, that's not working. Minus 180 minus 96 is minus 276I. All over 36 plus 225. And then if we work out our denominator, imaginary 168 minus 276I all over 261. And we split it so that we've got 2 separate fractions. And therefore the imaginary part is just this part over here with the I. So minus 276 over 261 is the imaginary part of our complex number there. Okay, so when it's the real part, we look for the part of the complex number that doesn't have an I. Imaginary part, we look for the part of the complex number that does have an I. So before I go, I'd like to say a very special thank you to our Epic sponsor for making this video possible. Read all about them in the description below. Be sure to visit our website for more of these Epic tutorial videos. If you can't find the answer to your question, you can send us the question and we'll respond with a personalized video just for you. Till the next time, Stay epic.